We all have problems and disappointments in life, circumstances or people that seem to conspire against us, occasions when we feel that others have let us down, times when things we've said or done are misrepresented or misconstrued, times when we feel we've done everything right and yet everything seems to be going wrong. Strong emotional well-being helps us deal appropriately with present and past hurts and disappointments, and helps us in learning and growing through that process. When your level of emotional well-being is high, then you like yourself, you easily adapt to changing situations, you find it easy to be grateful. You're aware of your feelings, in touch with your emotions, and you feel that life has meaning and purpose, and you place a far higher value on experiences rather than on belongings. A high level of emotional well-being helps us to quickly adapt to adversity. It helps us to roll with the punches that life throws at us. When we're emotionally healthy in this way, then we don't bury our emotions, we acknowledge our feelings and deal with them properly. Generally in life, when we're hurt or disappointed by something or someone, we can feel justified sometimes in lashing out or seeking revenge or trying to hurt back the person, people, company, authorities that we see as responsible for our disappointment. Even if we don't seek revenge, then we at least believe we're justified in withdrawing, sulking, and taking every opportunity to knock the establishment, organisation, person that we identify as the cause of our misfortune. It's not helped by the fact that the news and entertainment media often stir up and reinforce and justify, if you like, the idea of revenge. I mean, they started it, but I'll finish it. The sad fact is, as we see too often in the news, we see families, communities, and nations that are torn apart by escalating conflict that comes from that usual reaction to hurt and disappointment of lashing out in return. In order to try and avoid being hurt, a common defense is to harden our hearts, desensitizing ourselves from feeling any emotional pain, not getting our hopes up, not letting people into our lives. People with hardened hearts often have a negative and cynical view of the world. When we have problems with our emotional well-being, we tend to look for solutions outside of ourselves. If only my boss did this, if only my spouse did that, if only there were 48 hours in the day. We long for change in our external world, but it's often our internal one that needs addressing. However, as Pastor Peter Scazzero says, we avoid this because it's difficult, because it can require confronting parts of who we are that we prefer to neglect, forget, or deny. We hugely dislike the idea that we need to challenge our internal worldview. The author Parker Palmer says that's why we externalize everything. It's far easier to deal with our exterior world. It's easier to spend your life manipulating the institution than dealing with your own soul. We make institutions sound complicated and hard and rigorous, but they are simplicity itself compared with our inner labyrinths. Too often in life, we have thin skins and hard hearts. We're hurt or disappointed easily, so our hardened hearts protect us, we think. However, if we really want to have that emotional well-being, if we really want to see a better world for generations to come, we need to cultivate a thick skin and keep a soft heart. We want a heart that's moved by compassion, that's not afraid to love and to learn, that seeks to understand and to build others up, that seeks to resolve conflict and is not afraid to say or do what needs to be said or done if something is wrong. Put this together with a thick skin and we learn to cope with life's hurts and disappointments in a far healthier way. Keeping our hearts soft and our skin tough is a key way that we build our emotional well-being. So how can we do that? How do we thicken our skin and soften our heart? Well, we're going to explore some ideas on that this week. I hope you can join us.